Bom dia! Well, it's the weekend and I am spending a very lazy day at home. Uh, Yesterday, I took one of my marathon long walks, uh, a 4 hour walk to be precise. And as I mentioned in that video, it was a cool day, temperature wise, chilly even. Very, very rare here in sunny tropical Salvador, but once or twice a year in the winter, and it's winter right now, August, you will get a cold front coming up from the south. And we had one yesterday, and it's continuing today. It was rainy, windy, and cool. And by the time, and I walked all the way from my apartment to the Pelo Nino and back. It was about 4 hours round trip. Fascinating walk, but I got soaking wet. By the time I got close to my neighborhood, I was shivering. I was cold. I was almost a bit miserable. A very unusual sensation here in tropical Salvador, but that's okay. It reminded me of my hometown, San Francisco, foggy, chilly, wet San Francisco. So it was a little bit of a nostalgia. So today I'm compensating by spending the day in my apartment, lounging around. I'm in bed right now with the kitty cat. I've got some books, of course, and a magazine reading about the evil Donald Trump, in Portuguese, of course. I'm a big reader, but I also have a television, as you can see right in front of me. I try not to watch it a lot. I do like to watch the news, though, to keep up to date on what craziness is happening in the world. And I just the other day stumbled upon a YouTube channel for learning Portuguese. And I mean starting from the very, very beginning. And, I am way, way, way beyond that. But somehow I started watching it, and I've now subscribed to the channel because I have never, ever gotten such an excellent, clear, clean explanation of Portuguese pronunciation. Portuguese, beautiful language, but it's like French. Unless you learn it as a child, you're never going to speak with a native accent. It's a difficult language to pronounce. Gosto, not gosto. Gosto. The A is an open A. The O, hello Michael, wake up. I've been lounging a little bit too much today. An open O, gosto. I'm a big fan of YouTube, by the way, besides being having my own YouTube channel, being a YouTube creator. I just find YouTube to be an infinite source of information, of good programming. Of course, there's a lot of junk, but if you're discerning, there's a lot of good stuff on YouTube too. I've been asking myself this weekend if my world has shrunk a bit. When I started this living abroad, it's now been 2.5 years. As I've mentioned before, I have traveled abroad. I've lived abroad since starting when I was 20 years old. But starting 2.5 years ago, I left the United States permanently with no intention of returning except for maybe once a year visit of a week or two. This is a new phase of permanently living abroad. When I originally envisioned this phase of my life, I saw myself as a slow traveler, slowly traveling from place to place, from country to country, staying in a country for as long as my tourist visa would allow, be that 3 months in the case of the European Union, or 6 months in some countries. In a few countries it's even a year. And then when my tourist visa is about to expire, moving on to another country and just continuing going around the world that way. But I started here in Brazil, where I quickly acquired permanent residency because I'm married to a Brazilian citizen. And now, with my recent health developments, particularly the diabetes diagnosis, I wonder now how practical it would be to be a slow traveling global nomad. I'm now very much dependent on Ozempic. I'm sure you've all heard about it. It's a weekly injection. It's a miracle drug, at least for me. It's brought my blood sugar down to normal levels. I almost feel like I don't have diabetes. It's an expensive drug worldwide, but here in Brazil and in other places, it is affordable. It fits within my low-income Social Security income. And it's easily obtainable here. Now, another country I've thought about living in, let's say magically I was told I had to leave Brazil and never return. That's not going to happen, but let's just pretend. I think a country I might want to go to is Cambodia. I've been to Cambodia before. I think about 15 years ago. I really liked it. It's a very inexpensive country. It's a fascinating country. But I wonder how easy or difficult would it be to get a medication like Ozempic in Cambodia. I did do some Googling this afternoon, and the results were not promising. Someone mentioned a clinic where they could get it for a little. It's a little pricier than what it is here in Brazil, but the results were not promising. It wasn't like you could get it in lots and lots of pharmacies. Here, I get it at a pharmacy just 2 blocks from my house. So that gives me pause about being a slow traveling global nomad. Kitty cat is chilling too. But really, I love living here in Salvador, Bahia, Brazil. I am by no means anxious or antsy to leave. And if this is where I'm going to be for the long term, that's perfectly fine. I have permanent legal residency here, and I'm eligible to apply for Brazilian citizenship this year, which I'm going to do. So it is by no means a tragedy if, due to logistical reasons, my life will be long-term here in Salvador, Bahia. Today is the last day of the month of August. As you can see, my little bit of change there, I'm down to my last centavos. But it's okay. I've got a refrigerator and a kitchen cabinet full of food. As I said, I'm having a lazy weekend after my marathon walk yesterday. It's still raining. It's been raining all day, just like yesterday, and it's overcast, and it's still a little bit chilly. Now, chilly is relative, of course. It's in the mid-70s, which is by no means cold or cool even. But what happens when you move here from northern climates is that your blood thins, and you become like a local, and you bundle up and shiver and feel cold when it's 75 or 74 degrees Fahrenheit, or approximately 23 degrees Celsius. It's kind of humorous, actually. It's during the day, and I've got a blanket on me, and I've got a kitty cat keeping me warm too. I like my apartment, my little apartment. It's cozy. It's all set up, or I've set it up exactly the way I like it, with lots of tchotchkes, lots of plants, lots and lots of books, a cat. I've got that all-important washing machine, so I don't have to go to the laundromat. And I'm perfectly fine on occasions just staying home most of the day. Maybe just make one quick run to the corner grocery store. But it's just a testament to how well and how I've settled into Salvador and how comfortable I am here. I'm happy here. So that's about it for this Sunday. I just wanted to check in with you. I'm going to go back to my reading, and then in the evening, I do have a guilty pleasure, a vice, which is on Netflix. It's a zombie series called, I believe it's called The Walking Dead. It's a 12 part series. It's quite a long series, but I have to admit that I'm enjoying it. And then I'll go back to reading. So I wish all of you a great weekend and a great coming week. And Kitty wants to say goodbye too. Kitty, say goodbye to your friends. See y'all later. Beijos. Ciao.